Ooh, what's another ick? Guys with long fingernails.
Yeah. Chlöe, first and foremost, congratulations. You recently released your debut album, In Pieces. If there is one track on this album that is a must listen, like if someone says, put me on a song, one song that's special to you, which song is that and why?
For today, Body Do, because I just want to dance.
Oh, I love that. The dance vibes. I love that song.
Thank you.
And also, this being your first major project, what are kind of the takeaways about this experience? The good, the bad, something unexpected, something you've learned?
What I learned is that I am so much stronger than I ever thought. And creating this album the past 3 years and going through what I gone through in life, I like myself.
Oh, I love that.
I am learning to find confidence in who I am and to not self-doubt, but my heart and who I am as a human being, I'm really proud of.
This album is about the trials and tribulations of bad relationships. You literally have a song that's called Cheat Back. So what do you think are the biggest lessons you've learned in dating, in relationships?
Never give the other person more attention than you give yourself. And I say that because I'm such a hopeless romantic. I'm a Cancer, and when I meet someone and I fall in love, I put them first with everything. Yeah. But that's not really the best, especially when you're trying to grow and learn yourself and make a career out of something that you love. So yes, I'll still be mushy and lovable and affectionate and everything, but I will never put a man before myself again.
No, love that. I feel like it's really easy to kind of get swept into all of that, especially when you are someone who's like a hopeless romantic. Why wouldn't you want to be like that? But I think it's important.
But what made me realize that is when I would do it with no question, when the roles reversed, he wouldn't do the same. So from then I was like, you know what? I'm always going to put myself first. I'll still love really hard, but nothing's coming before myself.
What are some red flags or even icks that you have?
Red flags? A guy who talks about himself too much and thinks he has no faults or flaws. Yeah. I don't like a cocky man at all. Another red flag, if he talks bad about his ex to you. Because if a relationship ended, it was because of what both of you all did, to be honest. And nobody's perfect, but if something goes wrong with us, you're going to talk about me in a negative way to other people. Yeah. So I think that's a red flag, because even if things ended badly, knowing that that's how you deal with situations and how you talk about people. Yeah. So if a guy talks negatively to me about his ex, I run.
And how about icks? I feel like they're a little bit different than red flags in the sense where like just something that's a little bit of a turn off.
I do. Guys with long fingernails.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's another ick? There's not too many, because I tend to accept people for who they are, but I think long fingernails is a huge ick. And if I see dirt under their fingernails, that just, it wasn't just a bad day. That just means you
have poor hygiene. Yeah.
That's an ick for me.
I mean, you've worked with a number of talented artists on this project. You worked with Missy Elliott, Future, Chris Brown, super awesome. But who's someone that you're wishing to collab with in the future? Maybe someone you're planning on collabing with already?
Frank Ocean, SZA, Billie Eilish, Rosalia, Beyonce. Those are my tops for now.
I mean, you just mentioned Beyonce. I read in a previous interview that Beyonce actually gave you notes on the album before you released it. So what's the best advice that you've actually gotten from Beyonce, and what does she mean to you?
She gives such great advice. She has like the best minor details that'll just open up the horizon for me. And she's always so supportive of me and my production skills. So it was her on even songs that I didn't touch production wise. She'd be like, maybe add some of your drums on this song, or do this, like your cool production here. And to know that she's proud of who I am as a producer and motivates me to go even crazier on songs that I might have not originally produced from jump, that was pretty cool. It just made me so happy, and always having her feedback and her stamp of approval means so much to me.
Absolutely. I mean, it's Beyonce.
Yeah. Right?
Have you been to Toronto before?
Yes, I have, very briefly. I cannot wait to go back.
So did you have a good first impression then?
I did. The air was so crisp and clean.
Really?
Like I was able to breathe easier.
Do you have any Canadian artists that you're vibing lately?
Drake. Marta is from Canada. He created Have Mercy with Me. There's so many, yeah.
What era would you say that you're in your life right now? I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm in my pretty girl era, I'm in my confident era. What would you label your era right now in life?
In my growing and healing era.
I think that's very fitting with the album and everything.
Yeah.
Do you have any guilty pleasure songs that you listen to that no one knows about?
Oh, guilty pleasure.
Mm.
No, because I'm not shy about the music I play, but I'll tell you a funny story. Hallie, Branson, and my godmom tell me that my playlists are quite depressing, but I love like those dark sounds, the moody kind of vibes, and 8 times out of 10 to fit that vibe, it's sad lyrics. But I'll be happy as can be blasting the sad, depressing music, and they'll be like, "Turn that off. What are you listening to?"
No, you know what? That moves perfectly into my last question. I just wanted to ask what you're listening to these days, and if we can make a quick little 3-song playlist that you're just super into right now.
What I've been listening to recently: My Mind and Boomerang by Yebba Smith, Hours by Miley, Cheat Back by me and Future.
Yes.
And Good Night and Go, Imogene Heap is always great.
Yeah. Amazing.